Okay, just to inform you that this class is recorded. Okay, so good morning po.
Good morning, ma'am.
Welcome to the TESTA online program. This is Netiquette, Basic Internet Etiquette for e-learning. Before we start with this course, let's go through the basic guidelines in e-learning. Just like in face-to-face learning, to succeed in a virtual classroom, you have to follow instructions. Study hard, attend your classes, take notes, submit requirements on time, and participate in activities and discussions. Of course, all forms of dishonesty are still unacceptable and have similar consequences. At the same time, e-learning is different. We don't always get to see each other's faces, our expressions, gestures, and even hear the tone of how we speak, which are important nonverbal cues of communication. So, how do we make sure that we get to communicate and interact effectively with facilitators and learners in our e-learning classes? Well, with Netiquette. Netiquette, or internet etiquette, is the proper and acceptable behavior in the internet. It's how we conduct and engage in the online world. Basically, it's manners for the virtual society, and in our case, proper conduct in our e-learning courses. Here are the basic e-learning etiquette that we must observe in the duration of this course. Number 1. Be respectful. Always be respectful and considerate of your fellow netizens when communicating through email, discussion boards, chat rooms, and audio-video conferences. In addition, also be mindful of personal beliefs, backgrounds, spaces, and privacy. Number 2. Take e-learning seriously. As they say, what you put in the internet stays in the internet. Your conduct in the internet reflects who you are, and the same goes to e-learning. That's why it is important to think before you click. Always remember, review and edit before you send or post anything. Number 3. Be presentable. Present yourself properly in all the different platforms. If you will be seen or heard, wear appropriate clothes and make sure that your space is devoid of distractions such as inappropriate backgrounds and loud noises. Number 4. Read first. Read first instructions and scroll through threads before you comment. Do not ask what has already been stated. Ensure that you understand the context of what you are replying to. If you want to clarify something, make sure it hasn't been asked or said before. There might be things that you might have missed, so go through the thread or the text. If things are still not clear, then you may seek clarification. Number 5. Use proper language. When communicating online, please use proper language. Be clear and concise. Check your spelling and grammar, and avoid text speak and slang terms. Number 6. Mind your expressions. Expressing ourselves is very important. However, in the online world, there are times that we can be misinterpreted. Be careful with what you say and how you say it. Do not use caps lock. This can be considered as yelling. As mentioned earlier, use proper language. Also, avoid using emoticons, humor, and sarcasm. This may be interpreted differently. Others may not get it, and some may find it offensive. In addition, choose your words and tone down strong language. Difference in opinion can be settled through calm and courteous language and proper explanation. Number 7. Cite your sources. Ensure that you give credit when you reference something, especially when using quotes and ideas. Please practice proper citation and do not plagiarize. Number 8. Be precise. Be direct, objective, and brief with your comments. Stay on topic and avoid posting or commenting on things not connected to the subject at hand. Number 9. When providing a comment or opinion on a discussion topic, explain your stand and clarify what it means. Support your answer with proper references, but don't forget, be precise. Number 10. Identify what and whom you are referring to. In discussions, topics and comments may overlap. When you are commenting, always refer to the topic and to whom you are addressing the message or comment to. Example: Hi Carla, regarding what you said about LO5, I agree with you. I think we can develop a rubrics for that. Number 11. Use standard fonts. Avoid fancy and stylized fonts, as this can be distracting. In addition, use proper text sizes. 10 to 12 points are acceptable. Number 12. Prepare for your activities and be on time. Prepare for synchronous activities such as audio-video conferencing and scheduled discussions. Be on time. Respect the time and bandwidth of others. Number 13. Wait for your turn. During audio-video conferencing and live discussions, allow others to finish their statements. Mute your microphone when it is not your turn. Notify the facilitator if you want to speak through the chat feature and wait to be recognized. And lastly, number 14, secure confidential information. Do not share your passwords to anyone and regularly update it. Do not send or share confidential information, most especially in informal platforms. There you go. Keep this in mind and I'm sure you'll succeed in your e-learning course. What are we waiting for? Let's start this class.
Okay, good morning po. Malinaw po si ma'am. Okay, good morning po.
Good morning, ma'am. Malinaw po.
Good morning, ma'am. Morning po.
Okay, so I'll be checking your attendance po. Okay, so andito po ba si Arceo Mary Joy? Arceo, andito? Mary Joy? Wala po. Baloloy Joella Zamora. Bengua Stephanie Policarpio.
Present po, present.
Kadadaraw Evelyn Umbak.
Present, ma'am.
Okay, De La Cruz Marian Atienza. Andito?
Present po, ma'am. De La Cruz Marian.
Okay. Next natin, Deidora Maureen.
Present po, teacher. Morning.
Galiardo Jeneline Locana.
Present po.
Ikaranon, Maricar Fernandez.
Present po.
Yongko Mary Jane Morales.
Present, ma'am.
Wego Dion Lawrence. Okay, so Mendoza Zaira May. Wala po. Mendoza Zaira May. Wala po si Mendoza. Pandes Aldrin Gonora. Yes, Sir Aldrin. Patangan Zara Angelica.
Present po. Present po.
Okay po. Okay, next is we have Peregrino Rosalie.
Present po.
Perlas Jana Rose.
Morning, ma'am. Present po.
Next, we have here Paul Ramela. Paul Ramela. 140. Andito po. Paul Ramela. Next, we have here Raquel Honita.
Present, ma'am.
Next, we have Sabidonia Arlene. Andito, Sabidonia Arlene. Sanggalang Gemerlin.
Present po.
Next, we have Sibayan Rachel. Okay, so Sinilong Jeremy Uduya. Sinilong Jeremy. Wala po. Ye Manalo. Michelita Manalo nandito. Okay, so that is for our attendance. Okay, so naintindihan po ba natin yung mga dapat natin
Ma'am,
gawin?
hindi po ako natawag.
Velasco, ano po ba kayo? Velasco Rowena.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, clear naman sa atin po yung sa etiquette, right? Okay, and then for those naka-admit lang ni ma'am, good morning po dun sa mga nakaka-admit lang ni ma'am. Just to inform you that our class today is recorded. Every class ng ginagawa po natin, even ito po ay online or ito ay face-to-face, everything is recorded. Do you have question po? Wala po tayong tanong. So nakapasok na po ba kayo sa NEO LMS natin?
Hindi pa po, ma'am. Wait lang po.
Hindi pa po.
Hindi pa po.
Okay. Hindi pa kayo
ma'am.
hindi pa po kayo nakaano doon? Hindi pa po kayo nakapasok doon?
Hindi pa po, ma'am. Hindi pa po, teacher.
Opo. Bakit po hindi pa nakapasok sa NEO LMS natin? Hindi pa na-download po or
Na-download na po, pero wala pong username pa.
okay. So
Yung
inaayos
username
pa.
and password, ma'am.
Okay, inaayos po yung username at password nyo. So later po for the ating asynchronous ibibigay na po yung sa inyo. Okay po, para at least kayo po ay makapasok na din at makasagot sa ating LMS. Okay, so bibigyan po kayo ng username para at least kayo po ay makapasok sa ating klase. For today po, okay, so I'll be sharing you slides po just to give you the insights about our topic po. Nakikita po yung sinishare ko? Clear po ba?
Yes po.
Yes
Ma'am.
po.
Hindi
Yes po.
nahaharangan, hindi po nahaharangan yung sinishare ko. Clear naman po sa inyo yung netiquette natin, di ba? Ito yung dapat natin maging act. Magiging act po natin kapag tayo po ay nasa internet class. Naintindihan po ba? So later po, we're going to see each other po. After nito, siguro by 9:30, we're going to stop po. Then we're going to see po each other again by 12 to 2 o'clock po. Okay lang po ba yun sa inyo?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am, medyo hindi ko na mahina pa yung dating ng boses niyo, ma'am. Pwede pong paulit, ma'am.
Opo, hanggang 9:30 po tayo today. Then we're going to see each other by 12 to 2 o'clock po. Clear po?
Yes, ma'am.
Please, clear,
Okay
ma'am.
po.
Okay po. Okay. Nakikita naman na po itong pinapakita ko sa inyo sa screen. Ano po?
Ma'am, excuse me po.
Yes po.
Mahina po yung boses po ninyo, ma'am. Di po, di po
Mahina po yung
ang
voice
dating.
ko. Mahina po.
Opo, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yung
Opo.
dating po ng boses niyo, ma'am.
Ngayon po, mahina pa rin po.
Medyo, ma'am.
Mahina po ako.
Ma'am, mahina pa
Mahina
rin
po,
po.
ma'am.
Mahina pa rin po.
Opo, ma'am.
Ito po, malakas na po ba?
Okay
Malakas
lang,
na po?
ma'am.
Okay, so
Okay naman po.
okay, so for the learning objectives natin. Nakikita naman po ito. Nababasa po yung naka-slide ko.
Yes, ma'am.
Nakikita
Yes,
po.
ma'am.
Ano po ang nakikita ninyo? May cakes, may bread.
Work in team environment.
Okay po. Ito, nakikita na po.
Yan po.
Yes, ma'am.
Then written communication po, nakikita po.
Yes po.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're
Communication.
going to start na po. Okay, for the written communication natin, so ano po ba ito? Written communication means the sending of message, orders, or instruction in writing through letters, circulars, manual, reports, telegrams, office, memos, bulletin, etc. It is a formal method of communication and is less flexible. So pagka sinabi natin written communication and how are we going to interact or to connect to one another using manuals, reports, or using a memorandum. For example, I'm your boss and I'm going to give you an instruction for this said event. Then I'm going to send you the memo. This would be the memo na for this event, we're going to have the, for example, for the November 1. Okay, so this event is, we are a bake shop. Okay, we're going to cater for about three barangays in Pasig. So that is the memorandum. So we have going to set our groups who's going to facilitate the 3 barangays. So that is the memorandum. Naintindihan po. And then for example, there is a no work on November 1. I'm going to send the memo on the bulletin. Okay, do you have question with that?
Clear po, teacher.
Okay. So we're going to move on to another. We have here the 5 C's of effective, written communication. So what is the 5 C's? Okay, pwede po ba natin itong basahin? The first, the connection and clarity. Miss Deidora.
Connection. Good written communication forms a connection between the reader and the writer. Clarity. Effective written communication is clear and easy to understand.
Thank you, ma'am. For the question, the next one would be, may I call on Miss Peregrino Rosalie?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes po.
Cost,
Yes po.
The cause
Basahin niyo po siya.
the cause or reason for writing needs to be clear to both the writer and the reader, including any specific action you need from your audience. Conciseness. Good written communication stick to the point and doesn't meander around or include lots of extraneous information. Correctness. To be effective, the written communication should use the correct tone, inoffensive language, and appropriate grammar.
Okay, thank you po, ma'am.
Thank you
Okay,
rin po.
so for the 5 C's, ito po daw yung kinakailangan para sa ating effectiveness ng ating written communication. Okay, so for that, we're clear with the 5 C's. We're going to move on to how to make your writing communicate effectively. Know your goal. For example, I'm going to write this to communicate with you. Katulad nun, I have the instruction. Okay, so we're going to have our next class for about 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock. So, our goal is lahat kayo makapasok sa klase natin. That's why we schedule on that, right? So, that is our goal. And I state clearly what are we going to do, right? Use the correct tone for your purpose. So the correct tone is how are you going to, okay, to communicate using that written communication to your trainee. Paano yung sinasabing tone? Paano mo sinulat yung wordings mo on how your trainee will going to understand the memo or the message in the GC or in the email or in the bulletin. Naintindihan po ba?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Yes
Okay.
po.
Next, we're going to move on to the how to make your writing communicate effectively. Keep language simple, of course. Stay on topic and keep on concise. Use active voice. Have some proofread your writing. Okay, the next. What is the advantage of written communication? It is suitable for long distance communication, right? It creates permanent record of evidence. Kasi ito na yung pag sinabing isinulat ko na to or nasa GC na unless hindi siya ma-remove, kahit natabunan siya ng pinag-uusapan natin, still pag nag-backread ka, andun pa din yung sinabi ko. Clear? It creates permanent record. It gives the receiver sufficient time to think, act, and react. It can be used as a legal document. It can be sent to many persons at a time. Bakit ba sinasabi ko yung nasa GC natin? Because we could print that. We could be also as a example of our written communication. Okay, it is suitable for sending statistical data, chart, diagram, or a picture. Okay, and then order allocation of work, job distribution. Okay, in written form, reduce ambiguity and help in fixation and responsibility. Uniformity in work procedure can be maintained through written communication. It is easy to send unpleasant or bad through written communication. A good written communication can create goodwill and promote a business. Limitation or disadvantage of written, it is expensive, right? If I'm going to, send it to the post mail, mahal pa, lalo na kung ito ay interaction. And then sometimes, kung meron kang nakalakip doon na bagay, tinitimbang nila yon. Okay, it cannot maintain strict, secrecy, which would have been possible in oral communication. Written communication has no scope for immediate clarification if not understood properly. For example, I just use some words na ako lang yung nakakaintindi. Then you cannot understand that. So, pinadala ko lang siya. Tapos, hindi ako available just to explain what is written on that written communication. Mahirap. Okay, being written, in nature, it is less flexible and cannot be changed easily. It is not effective in the case of emergency. Speaking English at a basic operational, read information sheet. So ito yung kailangan ninyong gawin. Read information sheet 2-1, organizational policy. Answer, self-check 2-1 and compare your answer to the answer key. Read information sheet 2-2, different modes of communication. Answer self-check 2-2 and compare your answer to the answer key. Read information sheet 2-3, written communication. Answer self-check 2-3 and compare your answer to the answer key. Okay. May tanong po ba tayo, ma'am, mga ma'ams at mga sir? Do you have question po?
Wala, ma'am.
Po.
Organizational policy po. Okay, for the organizational policy, after reading this information sheet, you must be able to define the organizational policy, enumerate the purpose of organizational policy. The next would be policy procedure in the business. The company policy and procedure are an essential part of any given organization. These are employed to protect the rights and company employee as well as the interest of the employer. The purpose of policy in the workplace. What is the purpose of this? Policy handbook. What is a policy handbook? Worker must be aware of such a professional etiquette, proper dress code, and standard work procedure. Of course, if I'm going to hire one of you in my bake shop. So, syempre, you need to follow the professional etiquette. So, the proper dress code. So, sabi natin, ma'am, wala naman proper dress code, di ba? So, sabi natin, what is the right PPE? Ano yung allowed na damit? Ikaw po ay nasa cashier. Ikaw ay nasa dining. Ikaw po ay nasa kitchen. Ikaw po ay ang aking baker. So, that is yung sinasabi natin, the proper dress code. And then, the standard work procedure. For example, ako ay naka-assign lang po dito sa kitchen. Kitchen po ako dapat. Hindi ako pwede na lumalabas. Lalabas ako for my break time. To rest for a while dahil nakalaan naman yan sa akin. Magta-time out ako. Time in, time out ako para makapag-rest at makakain po. Uniformity, maintain harmony with the workplace. Best practice the overall business performance. Safety, personal safety of its employee. So, dito yung sa uniformity. So, syempre, may sinusunod tayo na, kailangan ganito yung magiging pagbati natin sa ating mga magiging guests. Okay? Ganito dapat yung magiging itsura natin kapag tayo po ay binisita or tayo po ay naka-duty. Ito dapat ang magiging practice ng ating tindahan. So pagpasok pa lang dito, may greetings na tayo. Kailangan po, pauupuin na agad yung guest natin. So those are the best practices. And then for the safety, pagpasok ba ng guest mo, wala bang mga nakaharang dyan na pwedeng mag-cause ng disgrasya sa kanila. Next. Communication procedure and safety. Different types of communication system. Optical communication system. The optical communication system depend on the light as the medium of communication. Madilim ba? Maliwanag po ba? Radio communication system works with the aid of transmitter and receive both with an antenna. Pag sinabi natin radio communication system, ito yung nakikipag-radyo ka. Ngayon, di ba, uso na yan ngayon dahil nga ang daming mga nakaset na mga tanod sa bawat barangay. So, nakikipag-radyo sila kay kapitan or dun sa kanilang pinaka-head para at least malaman kung ano po ba yung nangyayari or sitwasyon sa isang lugar. Sa isa namang restaurant, like for example, some of my friends in the other countries, they've been a supervisor or a manager in a prestigious restaurant there. Then to monitor their employee, okay, to know the situation in that area. For example, the manager would be in the kitchen. Then to know the situation in the dining area, meron sila namang, yung radyo naman nila is through mic. Okay, they communicate with that. Meron antenna, tapos meron parang ganito din, tapos doon sila nag-uusap. Okay, how's the situation in the dining area? Do we still have an available chairs? So if there's no available, we could open our alfresco dining outside. So that is the situation. So the manager and the head supervisor in the dining area could talk using that, okay, their headset with the, okay, meron siyang, nakakonect siya dun sa radio. May tanong tayo? Dapat nag-picture kayo for the collage, ha? Okay, and then we have here the duplex communication system. The sender send an signal to the receiver who receive it, then and also give his valuable feedback to the speaker for him to respond. That is a duplex system. Half duplex communication system, a walkie-talkie works on the half duplex communication system. The tactical naman is convey from one command, person or place to another upon a battlefield, particularly during the conduct of the combat. That is a tactical. Okay, nag-usap na si General together with their sabihin natin mga commands niya. Nagbigay na siya ng mga commands sa kanyang mga nasasakupan ng mga soldiers. So, okay. Okay, this group 1. Okay, lead by, okay, Sergeant ganito, sabi ganyan, lead by Sergeant Villanueva. Will be going to this left side and then the other would be on the middle and then on the right side. May mga ganun po mga instruction for the tactical. Okay, so going to use a shield. So yun, those are the tactical communication system. And then sometimes they also use their military time, military codes. Question for what we are discussing, communication procedure and system. Wala po. May I proceed po?
Yes po.
Performing routine place, okay? Workplace duties following simple written notice. Type of workplace responsibilities or the duties. Job is specific responsibility. It is the employee's responsibility to perform the duties of that position to the best of their ability. While, okay, adhering to company policy and protocol. Personal performance accountability. General responsibility for all employees is owning up to mistakes, being held accountable for your action. Next. Managerial oversight and leadership. A good manager is also responsible for developing the skills and performance quality of the employees under their supervision. Provision for a safe workplace. Workplace environment must meet OSHA standard and are subject to possible inspection. Next natin, handling of financial obligation. The accounting or payroll department are responsible for correctly handling the finances of the company. So do you have question po? Okay, then next we have here the participate in workplace meeting and discussion. A clearly defined purpose to your meeting. Ask question such as why are we meeting? Tama ba? Why are we meeting? To ask question, bakit tayo nag-meeting, di ba? Usually ganyan. What are we trying to achieve? Bakit tayo nag-meeting? Para saan po ba itong meeting? Patungkol po ba saan itong meeting? Are we meeting for meeting sake? So those are the questions na bakit parang sarcastic yung dating ng meeting natin, nung tanong. Pero syempre, patungkol po ba to? So we need to have the agenda about the meeting. So those questions would be answered. So bakit tayo nag-meeting? So what is the title? Okay, so sabi doon, okay, ang pagtaas ng sahod ng mga empleyado sa Villanueva Bake Shop. So those are, so bakit tayo nag-meeting? O pag-uusapan pala yung pagtaas ng sahod ng mga empleyado. So ano ba yung dapat nating ma-achieve? Do you think, Ma'am Peregrino, ano ang dapat nating ma-achieve dun sa meeting natin?
Hello, ma'am. Dapat natin ma-achieve kung ano yung pinaka-goal natin, kung bakit tayo nag-set ng meeting.
Okay, tama po. Are we, okay, sabi dito, are we meeting for a meeting sake? Yes, you are meeting for a meeting sake. Bakit daw, Ma'am Chongko, Jane?
Ay, ma'am, kasi we are going for a meeting sake para po ma-target po natin kung ano yung mga specific goal at kung ano pong kailangan ng specific meeting.
Okay, tama po. However, considering that at times the purpose of bringing people together for a meeting may be to achieve other important interpersonal objectives like team building, brainstorming, or group problem solving. So, syempre, sinabi doon, kailangan natin pag-usapan na kailangan pataasin ang sahod or magtataas ng pasahod. So, bago yun, pag-uusapan muna natin what seems to be the problem. Hindi po pwede kasi na, okay, so the meeting would be discussed about sa pagtaas ng sahod. So ito na po yun. So syempre, pag-uusapan din natin dito kung ano ba yung naging cause and naging effect, di ba? May mga ganon. For the cause and the effect, okay, medyo tumaas ang sales natin. That's why possible na tumaas ang sahod nyo for about 10%. So, 10% ng sinasahod nyo ngayon, yun yung madadagdag doon. So, sabi natin, kung 100 ang sinasahod ni Ma'am Jubel, plus 10%, so ibig sabihin, 110 na ba? Tama po ba? That is the 10% of 100. So, 110 na ang sasahodin ko ngayong darating na sahudan. Effectively siya. Dahil tumaas at because of your cooperation, kaya sabihin kayo ang nakatulong, nakikooperate kayo, kaya na-achieve natin yung goal natin na mas lumaki yung kita. That's why, bibigyan ko naman kayo ng magandang benepisyo. So, yun po yun, di ba? Naintindihan yung dinidiscuss ni ma'am?
Yes,
Yes
ma'am.
po.
Okay, make sure that you clearly communicate the meeting purpose well beforehand. This gives attendees time to gather ideas or research issue prior to the attending the meeting. So, syempre, ang meeting, hindi naman yan. Ang meeting natin is ngayon, ibibigay ko siya ngayon din. So, syempre, ang meeting natin, ibibigay yan, for example, 3 days or a week bago yung event, bago yung meeting day, para at least po, magiging ready ka dun sa mga kailangan mong i-report kapag tinawag ka ng may-ari or ikaw ang tinawag ng manager or ng owner. Advise people of the meeting in time for them to be able to attend, of course. Set an agenda. So, ito yung pinaka-importante. We need to set an agenda. So, what are we going to discuss? Do you have question po?
Wala po.
Wala po.
Wala po.
Okay, so wala po tayong tanong. Okay. Okay, pagpasok nyo pala, papakita ko lang po sa inyo itong NEO LMS po The NEO LMS natin, this would be for the basic. Nakikita po? Hindi. Hindi po, yung sinishare ko.
Wala pa po, ma'am.
Nakikita na po yung sinishare ko?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes po.
Wala pa po,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, so for the NEO LMS, so of course, yung COVID preventive measure, again, you're going to answer here. Then, you're going to add your, dito meron din tong okay, pakisagot po si Sir Aldrin kasi hindi yata alam na may Zoom na tayo na nag-undergo na po. Okay, so you need to answer the preventive measure in the workplace also in our LMS. Nakasagot na po kayo, na-send din na po yung video, yung picture po ng natapos niyo pong preventive measure, right? Kasi importante po yun, needed po talaga natin yun. Okay, so po, this is for the preventive measure in the workplace. You need to answer some of the quiz here. Okay, and then we're going to have here for the orientation. Okay, then you're going to answer some of the self-introduction. You as a student, and then some of the pre-tests, you need to answer that. That is your introduction to yourself. For example, I'm Jobel Villanueva. Okay, then I am your trainer for the bread and pastry production, full qualification. So yun po. Then you need to answer some of the pre-test. So these are some of the questions. Tell something about yourself. Then you're going to answer the family name, the first name and the middle name, the place of birth, the address, email address, the father. You need to answer this one. Okay, diba?
Noted, teacher.
Okay, and then ito yung pinag-usapan natin. Dito po nanggagaling yung pinag-uusapan natin. Lahat nandito sa LMS. Okay, we're done with the different modes of communication, the written communication. Okay, and then, of course, for the organizational policy, we're done with that. This one. Mamaya pag-uusapan po natin ang ito po, organizational policy, communication procedure, follow simple spoken language. So ito po yun. Okay. Okay, so ito yung pag-uusapan natin mamaya. Different modes of communication. We're done with that, right? Napag-usapan na natin yung paano makikipag-communicate.
Yes, po.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Ngayon, what is the policies and procedure? Ito na po yon. Yung kaninang diniscuss ko sa inyo, the policies and the procedures. So, I'm just showing you po this one to you, guys, para at least po alam niyo na, ay, mababalikan ko kung ano yung pinag-usapan namin during the online class. You could still back read on this Neo LMS po.
Yes.
Yes. So, do you have any question po with regards to what we've discussed?
Wala po. Clear na po, teacher.
Okay. Kasi mamaya pag-usapan natin ang workplace, meeting and discussion na tayo. Opo. Do you have any question po? So what we are discussing po, do you have any question po? May katanungan po ba? So 15 ang participant ko.
Lahat po nung
Lang
diniscuss
kayo.
nyo. Pwede po magtanong.
Opo.
Ma'am, lahat po nung diniscuss nyo today, ngayon po, makikita po lahat yun sa Neo LMS pag nakapag ano na po kami,
Opo,
sign
ma'am.
in. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Open cam po tayo para at least po,
Bawal pa mamaya na. Mamaya.
Pwede po magtanong?
Opo, ano po yun?
Ma'am, tanong ko lang po, meron din po, may password din pa po yung Neo LMS?
Bibigyan po kayo doon, ma'am.
Pag nakapag-download na kami?
Opo, ma'am.
Sige po.
Ma'am, ano po yung magiging portal sa sa NEO LMS? Meron po kasi dito nakalagay portal
Yes
ni
po.
per or
Wait lang po ah.
URL po.
oo po.
Ibigay po sa inyo yun, ma'am. Ibigay po sa inyo mamaya. Opo.
Thank you po.
Opo. Okay, do you have any question po? Wala na po tayong katanungan. So we're going to see each other po by 12 o'clock po. Tama po ba ako? Po, 12
Apo.
o'clock po
Yes, ma'am.
Okay
Yes,
po.
ma'am.
Sige po, I'm going to end na po for today meeting. So see you po ng 12 to o'clock.